I'm certainly not a big fan of television. As a matter of fact, living here in the mountains, I haven't had cable television for years now. And if you live in the mountains and you don't have cable, you don't have reception. But I did, as a child, watch Sesame Street a lot. And I saw something they did over and over again that really points out a recurring theme that we need to pay attention to, both in learning and in teaching. And that is this ability to perceive differences. One of my teachers, again, Anat Banyel, states that it's one of the things that's absolutely necessary, must be present in order to be able to learn anything, is the ability to perceive differences. So the game went, one of these things is not like the other. Which one is it? Do you know? And the idea was that children would be able to learn how to tell even the slightest differences between one thing and another thing, or a group of three things and then a fourth thing that just didn't belong. And just picking out that one subtle difference was teaching children how to see the nuances, the slight differences that are very important in being able to form comparisons and be able to then learn from those differences. And that's one of the things that has helped me the most in my learning, because as I learned to be able to tell even the slightest differences in how much I'd improved or how much I'd changed or even how much I'd maybe backtracked a little bit and failed in some way, based on that perception of difference, I could then see that there had been some change or there hadn't been a change. But because of that, I became much more patient with myself in my learning. And this also translated to when I teach, when I'm on the mountain, when I'm teaching anything, either on snow or if I'm teaching in a classroom, whatever it is. If I have that ability to see even the smallest change, the slightest difference in how what I'm delivering has affected or changed or altered either their perception or their performance of my students, then I can then be a little more patient with them. Because if I see just the smallest change, I know I'm on the right track, and I know then that things are happening. And even if they think that, well, nothing's happening, I'm not really improving, if I see the slightest difference, I know that I can stick with the course of action that I've chosen, and I know eventually it will be successful. So this has helped me be patient not only with myself and my learning, but also when I'm teaching. And I think that for all of us, our ability to see even the slightest changes, if we think, oh, nothing's changing, we're not doing very well, if we can take a moment, sit back, really take a close look at what we've done and see how it might have changed even a little bit, we'll be able to then see slight differences, compare progress or lack of progress, be able to change course if we need to, or stick to the course if we see even the slightest change. So important, especially if we want to be persistent with something, that we see some kind of change. And our ability as teachers or as coaches or mentors to be able to point out to people, hey, look, that thing that you did has changed in this subtle way something else. So it is having an effect. So if you keep doing it, you're going to see even greater effect. So the ability to be patient is going to make you, or the ability rather to see the slight differences is going to make you that much more patient with yourself and with other people that you work with, teach with, whatever you do in your life. So thanks for joining me. I'll see you next time.